pledge. All right, here we go. We are live. Welcome. I'm having trouble
All
screaming.
righty. All right. Well, let's do the pledge and get going here.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Let's see. Changes. Sorry. All right, here we go. You ready?
Ready.
Can you hear me now?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
All right, countdown!
Countdown!
Are you ready?
Woo! I think we are. I think we're ready.
Recording artist
Rick and Jeff.
Unfiltered! Woo!
and all that ladies and gentlemen, and all that ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready or not? And all that ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I am all set up except I forgot my iPad so I can see who's on. So there we go, the first flub of the night. So
There you go.
I'm going to run and get that. I'll be right back.
So while my brother's going to get his iPad so he can look at the Facebook, apparently he's still playing music. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but we are always struggling with technology. We're learning technology. We are live. So it's Rick and Jeff Unfiltered. We'll be talking about Alzheimer's disease degrees. Alzheimer's degrees. We got a couple of degrees of Alzheimer's. But no, we're talking about Alzheimer's disease, and we're going to tell you our experience and see what goes on, see where it goes, see where it leads us. So I think my brother's almost back. Come on, dude, get back on the show. Let's go. We're wasting people's time.
That's what I do,
Shit
brother.
together now.
And I didn't
Turn that
find it.
music
So
off.
there you go.
Oh, you didn't find your iPad?
No, I
You
don't know.
wanna
It's wrong
borrow mine?
somewhere.
I got mine right here. You
I'll
wanna
use
borrow
my
mine?
phone. I'll use my
There you
phone.
go.
I don't have to play music again till the end. So,
There
know.
go. Yeah. There you go.
okay.
Apparently,
Oh, there
I
we
can't
are,
play music.
live.
Yeah, so we are live.
There we go. So I wasted some time. Kenny Travis is on. Hello, Kenny. How you doing? Let's
Kenny Travis.
get it
Sounds like a
on,
country
guys.
western singer. Sounds like
Yes,
a country
we will.
western singer. There we go. Yep. So he may be the only person watching this right now, but
As of right now, he's probably the only person watching. There we go. I put my daily post on, and so someday they're gonna banish me from Facebook because of that. I'll bet you guys suck. So
yeah, so it'll look more like a one-man show here.
yeah.
Rick and Jeff Unfiltered with Jeff on there. So
Right. So,
Yeah.
anyways, we're on.
anywho,
we're on, and let's see what we got.
not sure what we're
This
gonna
is what I
do.
want right here. We're gonna talk about Alzheimer's tonight, a little bit,
Oh yes, we're talking about
and then
Alzheimer's,
maybe
yeah.
after that we should go with the election and see what's going on there.
I did talk about it a little bit while we are waiting for you to come back on. I said that
Oh, the Alzheimer's.
yeah, our mother has Alzheimer's, and other people out there, I'm sure they have relatives,
Yeah.
family members, friends that have Alzheimer's. So yeah, it's just gonna be as we always do, just give our unique perspective.
Yeah, and we're hoping that some people will
everybody's
get on
already-
here and they can give us some comments so that we can maybe help people out, and you can help us out too, because
There's Tim Smith. Tim Smith.
There's
says
Tim
hello.
Smith. Hello, brother. How's it going?
Praise God, brother. Welcome.
So, yeah. So, anyways, we're at the point in our process with our mother where we're going to have her put into a memory clinic.
Yeah.
She cannot be left alone. She fell down last week and cracked two of her ribs. I'm sorry.
Cracked.
I don't want to say
Yeah,
broke.
not
I don't
broke,
want to say
but cracked. Yeah. So I mean, either
Um,
way, it's so painful. It's not a fun experience. So
Yeah. So anyway, so that's where we're at. Maybe we'll tell you about the experiences that we've had from the from the beginning when my mom first started her stuff, and it was kind of obvious. This is a few years ago. Actually made some cracks about, yeah, there's an Alzheimer's future Alzheimer's patient walking around there. We'd go do karaoke, and my mom is 81 now, so she's probably 78 back then, and we'd go do karaoke, and I'd say, Mom, let me wait till I come up and help you back down off the stage. She'd get up and start walking like she was 30,
And
and
she
that's where
still
it
does.
started. Yeah, and
That's
it's
the
still
problem. She still does.
still gotta keep a leash on her a little bit, and I didn't mean that in a bad way. If any, I don't, geez, I don't know today's bull crap going on, but yeah, and it's progressed since then, and it gets worse. You can see it weekly, monthly, and we're at the point where when they were in the hospital, uh, they were putting an IV in her to give her some meds, and she says to the nurse who was putting the IV in, "Why am I here? And what are you
Right.
doing here?" And she
Right.
explains to her, you fell and cracked your ribs. I'm putting an IV so we can give you some meds." And my mom was like, "Oh, okay." 1 minute later, asked the same question and
Right.
did that 4 times. Asked the same question. She has almost no short-term memory. And I think it was made a little worse because of her fall and she was in pain and stuff like that. Because
Yeah, she's just confused in where she's at and what's going on.
yeah, but it's a sad thing. It really
Yeah.
is, to watch somebody go down the hill like this. And so, me and my brother, we're struggling with it. We're trying to make it happen. And we had to go through a process to get so that one of us, me, my brother, and my sister, has the power to just say, okay, it's time, and do it. Because my mother wouldn't go. And
Yeah, even now she'd tell you that she doesn't have Alzheimer's. She's not going to go to any place. If you go take her to some place, she'll kill herself or whatever.
yeah,
So,
and that go ahead, Jeff.
and
I'm
that's all
sorry.
part of that's all part of the process. Rick was talking about how she was asking the nurse the same question. My daughter went to visit her the other day. My daughter's in Florida. She went over to visit her Grammy, and her Grammy starts talking about me and my wife and says, "Have you met them? Do you know them? They're really nice people. They're really nice people." So my daughter, my mom's granddaughter, is being introduced to her father and mother from my mom. So that's and she feels a little uncomfortable, but she's known my mom for a long time, so she's just it's just kind of sad all the way around. So
And we've explained to her what it is, so she did
yeah,
the correct thing and just kept answering her
yeah,
because that's what we
yeah,
do. And
exactly.
I
Yeah,
and I I tell everybody we're at the point right now. If you have a 20-minute conversation with my mom on the phone, it's basically the same conversation 4 times, five
right.
minutes, and then we start over. 5 minutes, and then we start over, and it's
Right.
basically the same thing.
And you
Um,
just have to have patience, because I mean, it's not like they're doing anything wrong. It's not like they did anything
no,
wrong. They have
they
a
don't know.
brain degenerative disease. They don't know what's going on. They don't
Hmm.
know that they're having a problem. So, you just have to, graciously just say, "Oh yeah," So like my brother's talking about the conversation. I called her up and she's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Going great. How are your kids doing? Kids are doing great. How's Jeffrey doing? He's doing great. How's Jessica doing? She's doing great. How's Jeff and Pam doing? He's going to school. Great. Oh, how you doing? How's your kids doing? How's Jeffrey doing? How's Pam? So just it's
Yeah,
the repeated conversation. So you just have to understand and you have to be gracious and you just have to love them and just say, you know what? It is what it is. You can't change it. You
yeah.
can't get upset about it. So
And one of the early doctors told us and told my mom that about 50% of Alzheimer's patients realize there's something going on, and about 50% have no idea that anything's going on. And my mom's in that 50%. She will deny that she has anything
right.
wrong with her. And actually, so she had her license taken away a few years ago, and the
Yeah.
and the
We
woman,
all went down there because we had to make sure that we're all on board and that we're all
yeah,
supporting mom. So that
and the
she's
and
gonna be okay.
the
It's gonna
the
be all right.
and the woman doctor who took it away, my mom to this day was a that woman was a bitch. It
Yeah.
was unfair the test she put me through, and I'm not good at computers, and I could pass that test again, and I'm going to get a lawyer, and I'm gonna get my
Right.
license back, and she says this. She's probably said this 50 times to me since that's happened.
Yeah. And it was interesting because we went out to lunch after the fact, and we went to the real nice restaurants on the bay or something like that, and we're overlooking the bay, and you see the water, and you're eating fresh food. You know, you got seafood, and I think mom had some shrimp or something like that, and she's really quiet, not saying anything, and we're just eating, and we're talking, and then mom says something, and I'm like, what did you say? Like, she said, I thought she said something like the fish tastes like shit or something like that. I'm like, what? Is there something wrong with the fish, right? And she goes, that lady was a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. So, like,
Yeah.
yeah. So she was just kind of stewing over it when we were having dinner, and she just had to get it out.
And Ken Travis says it's so sad to watch that happen to people, and it
Yeah,
really is. And
right.
and and we understand where it's going. We understand it's never going to get better. It's only going to get worse.
Yep.
And my mom's 81 years old, and
Yeah.
so hopefully, oh, Carrie and Heather Kerrigan are on too. Hey, Carrie
Cool.
or Heather, whichever one is on. How you doing?
Yes.
Um,
Well,
Yeah, and
yeah.
Dulcie's
So,
on too. I just saw Dulcie's on too. So that's my
oh,
wife. She's
cool.
our producer. She's probably just watching so she can critique me later, tell me what I did wrong or
Both of
something.
us, not just you.
Yeah.
You gotta love them, yeah, for who they are and just be
Uh,
patient. Absolutely right. Gotta love
absolutely
them for
right,
who they
hon.
are and just be patient.
It's
Yeah.
Carrie. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? I
Good.
graduated with
Yeah.
Carrie. Yeah, he's a good guy. Saw him at our reunion, our 40th. I think I haven't been back to any since then. There's been a lot of things going on between then and now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope to see him again someday. Carrie, and yeah. So, any comments anybody has about Alzheimer's, we'd like to hear them. You know, and we can share our experience of what we're going through and what's going on. Um,
Didn't know
didn't
you
know
were
you were
live.
live, Carrie says. Yeah, we've been doing this a while now. It's me and my brother. We're just having fun.
Yep.
And we talk about stuff. Usually it's stuff that's in the
Shooting the
news. Tonight
breeze.
it's about Alzheimer's. And then after we're
Yep.
done with this, we will probably talk about the election a little bit. Um,
Yep.
and yeah, so I am good, Carrie. I am very good. Hey, and Carrie, if you want to get on here with us one day, that you'd be good to have you on. Uh,
What's
you
so
let me
special
know.
about Carrie that he'd be good to be on? I want to hear this.
Carrie can be outspoken. Yeah, he can tell you what he thinks, and he's a Christian brother.
Right. Oh, that's
And
where I was gonna go. But go ahead.
yeah,
Tim just said that's an awful disease. My mom is 95 with similar issues. She insisted she didn't want to go to home once she got there. She loves it now. Yeah, that's what
and
we're
that's what we're
thinking.
hoping with my mom, Tim. We really
Yeah.
are, and we had this discussion with our sister today, and I said I truly believe that when mom first goes there, she's gonna freaking throw a fit and go nuts, and she's gonna hate it. I think a
Yep.
couple weeks down the road, a month down the road, she will not
Days
want
down
to
the
go
road,
home.
whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because she'll have
And
a lot of activities. She'll have friends that are close by. Visit her every day. She'll have people around her every day. She can go to different
yes, and
activities and
it'll also slow the disease
sometimes.
because she'll get more
Yeah,
mental stimulation.
right.
So, and you
So
can't stop it. You can just make it a little bit better, a little slower. That's all you can do.
right.
So,
So I was going to say that Rick and I are both Christians, and we believe in afterlife. And our mom is a Christian, and she's basically it's kind of hard for her to talk about that right now. She's just struggling with some other stuff. But at one point in time, our mom is going to die, and she's going to go and be with Jesus, and she's going to have a
yes.
new 2.0 body, and she's going to have a new brain, and she's going to
Hmm.
be the person that we knew her to be. And it'll be different. It'll be amazing. And then one day when we die, we'll go see her and be with her for the eternity. So it'll be awesome.
Right. So
So
Tim Smith says it
that's
was very hard. My mom threw a fit and now has numerous friends, and that's what we're hoping happens
right.
with my mom. We actually took my mom to a place before we had the power of attorney to just make her go. We took her there to see if she would go. We took her there, not telling her why we were taking there, and they had karaoke that night. We had a dinner at they had a restaurant there. We had a dinner. Everything was good. My mom loved it, absolutely
Right.
loved it. Then we
That
then we
was the
sat down to
greatest place
tell
on
her.
earth.
Yeah,
Why
then we
she
sat
was
down
there.
to tell her why we were there, and she flipped out. She actually pointed her finger at me.
you put me in here and you're dead to me. That's what she said to me. And I'm just like, well, Mom, it is what it is. I said, right now, we're
Yeah.
not going to do that. We're asking you if you would go, if you willingly
Right.
come here. It's a beautiful
You would
place. You
think
loved it.
yeah.
And
So
Carrie,
Ken
or
Travis
Ken
says,
Travis, go ahead.
questions for you guys. Did the doctors say it has anything to do with genetics? Are you guys at higher risk for getting it? I actually don't
Did
know the
not
answer to that question.
did not say one way or the other whether it has anything to do with genetics. I, however, am trying to do some things to keep my mind going. So, just in case it is genetic, I can maybe fight it off a little bit longer. Um, Carrie, my
Yeah.
favorite uncle, passed last year from Alzheimer's. Really tough on the
Yeah.
family. Yep.
Sorry to hear
Yeah,
that,
and
Carrie.
and
Yeah.
we're not to the point yet where she doesn't recognize us, but like Jeff
Just doesn't
said, she
recognize
was
my
talking.
kids.
She and she has asked my sister, who Jeff's kids are, and my son Ricky. They Who are these people, and how do I know them? She has
Right.
said that before,
Yeah,
and
and I remember
Kim.
one time Kim said that she was taking notes and she's trying to remember, like, Rick
Yes,
and Dulcie and Jeff and Kathy and who their kids are, and trying to write it down. So she's in her mind, she must realize that something's going wrong. So she's trying to correct it. She thinks that she can memorize stuff or remember stuff, and the problem is you can't. It
right.
just you can slow the decay down, but it's just going to keep degrading no matter what. So it's a terrible disease.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't know what else we can say on that other than, anybody who's going through it, God bless them. And,
Yeah,
if anybody wants to talk it back and forth, if you're going through it, we'd be more than happy to figure out a way to do that.
absolutely. Because it has been an eye opener for all of us. I mean,
And it's been really rough on our family too, because it's
yeah,
just, I mean, it's a pressure of what you got to
right.
do. Thanks, Carrie, for the
Scary.
prayers.
Yeah,
Um,
yes.
so yeah. Oh, anyhow,
Yeah.
let's
So
move on.
we're just gonna keep doing what we do. Trying to work together as a family and make decisions. And we're gonna obviously my mom just came home from the hospital. She went in the hospital when Monday this week. She went in the hospital.
No, I think it was last Saturday, wasn't it?
I don't remember. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I've got Alzheimer's myself. I don't know.
Yeah.
So no,
It
but
might have been
she went
Sunday,
in.
because I
Yeah, so she
remember
went
Nicole talking to Kim on Monday about some stuff, and Mom was already in there when that
right. So
happened. So
she went into the hospital either Sunday or Monday of last week, and she just came home today. So we're still trying to figure out some logistics and stuff, and they're basically telling her that she needs to use a walker now instead of a cane. And of course, her mom is like, I don't need a walker. I use a cane. No, mom, you're gonna have to start using a walker. It's a whole part of
yeah,
rehabilitation. You need to learn a different way of doing it. So
and that's one of the things too. She doesn't like to shower. You almost got to hold her in there to do it. I guess we got some help down there now, through granny nannies, and that woman's pretty good at getting Mom to take a shower maybe twice a week or once a week is about all Mom will go in there.
right,
Mom says, "Oh, I
yeah,
want to take a bath. I want to take a bath."
you just cut out. You there? You're gone. My brother lost audio. Holy mackerel! I wonder if his computer
There we
died.
are. All right, am I
Yeah,
there?
yeah, I
I
can
don't
see
know.
you.
It
What
just said, "Do you want to continue using Wi-Fi?" I don't know.
happened?
I have
Froze
no
you right in
idea.
time, right in the middle of your statement. I'm like trying to make up some dead air time. Like, hey, my
There
brother's
you
not
go.
talking right now. So,
And Graham Ambrose is on now.
ooh, I don't know who Graham is, but welcome, Graham.
Graham Ambrose. I remember the Ambrose. I remember Tracy and Kim. I remember Butch. Uh, I'm trying to think who
See, you
Graham
got
was.
a
Graham the younger?
better memory than I do.
Was Graham the younger brother of those guys? Graham, are you the younger brother of
Graham was
Kim and
probably in
Tracy?
my grade. I don't even
Probably.
remember. There you go.
Probably.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But hello, Graham. Nice to have you on.
Yes. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. And
So
so what was I saying when I got cut off?
I don't know, to be honest with you, because I was like, "Uh-oh, he went dead." I don't know what happened. Then you went dead again. That's pretty funny. Carrie says we're being censored. Looks like he's an older guy. Dude, hello, Bueller. Can you come back to us? Holy mackerel, that's a good freeze pose there. So Wayne Thayer's on. Well, Wayne, Rick is frozen right now, so he's not here, but welcome. Thanks for coming. Hope everything's doing well. I wonder if my brother's Wi-Fi totally cut out. So let's see what's going on. I'm gonna send him a quick text, see if he's okay. I'm on by myself. My brother just got kicked out, so he'll probably be coming back soon. So, hey, look, there he is. He's coming back.
Evidently, I'm going to have to update my or upgrade my Wi-Fi or something because
That's pretty fun.
I had to turn the TV off to get back on. So yeah, holy man.
I was like, well, Rick's frozen again. Wayne Thayer's with us, just so you know.
Wayne, good to see you.
He came on when you froze up and went into La La Land.
He forgot to pay his bill. Well, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
2 years ahead of us. Hey, Graham. 2 years ahead of us. Okay. Got it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Got it. So
cool.
Anyways, where were we at?
Yeah. I don't know. We got distracted with your freezing. So
I know, because that's what I do. It's all about me. I want all the attention, So I'll even get off to get
well,
gotta get that 5G, Rick. Yeah, you got that right. Actually, I have Wi-Fi in my house. Evidently, it's not good enough. So
not good enough.
Because I'm actually on my computer here, not my phone. So watching Top Gun, Wayne Thayer. Oh, that's an awesome movie, Wayne. Oh my gosh. That's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Is it the most recent one, or is it the first?
Yeah, the most recent one is better than the first one. The first one was awesome. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah,
I loved it. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, we were talking about Alzheimer's. We were just about finished, I think. We're saying how hard it is on our family, and we're constantly battling with what to do, and it's really hard. And why is this? Okay, there we go. Yeah,
freeze again or what?
The new one, Wayne said.
Some of my own material. If you're gonna freeze,
you're just gonna.
What the hell's going on? Yeah, fake freeze.
I don't know. My wife's trying to tell me something. I have no idea what she's saying. So.
Oh, she's in the background. I didn't realize that she was home. She's like, pick up the pace, boy. Pick up the pace. Move on to something else.
Oh, yeah. We're moving on to something else. She's our producer, so she tells us, and most of the time we listen to her, but.
Yeah. Well, she's right on top.
So the next topic was we were gonna talk about the election and how things are going.
And I like what's going on in Arizona. I don't know if you've been following that at all. So,
hey Blaine, Carrie said, "Hey Blaine,
too.
Who is Blaine, Carrie? I didn't see that one come on. Let me see what we got here.
Now you're getting distracted. We're not talking about election. We're talking about
Graham Ambrose, Wayne Thayer. I don't see a Blaine. Carol Eaton is on again. Hey Carol, how's it going? Yeah, I didn't see a Blaine, but maybe we missed that somewhere. But it sucks to watch a loved one go downhill. Just be there for them and remember them. He must be saying, remember them the way they were. Yeah, absolutely, Wayne.
Yeah, you don't want to remove them. That'd be a whole different.
And eventually, that's where we're going to go. Right now, we just got to keep moving. And hey, Uncle Jimmy's on again.
Uncle Jimmy.
Howdy, Uncle Jimmy.
Howdy.
Howdy. So yeah, so eventually that's where we will be. But right now, we're just trying to make things happen for her. So on to the election. What does anybody got to say about the election?
Are we really going to talk about the election, or are you just going to fake it again? You started the process, and you just
this time we're really going to do it. Yeah, well, that's my plan, anyways. This time we're really going to do it.
So I'll start where I start again. Have you been watching the governor's race in Arizona?
Off and on, I watch it. Yeah, it's a lot closer to you than me, but yeah.
I think it's.
Oh my God, awesome. Fetterman, Ken Travis says. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, that's a whole nother shit show.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. So, what about the Arizona governor's race, Jeff?
So there's a Republican woman who's running. Her name is Carrie Lake, and Carrie Lake used to
I
be a
like
news
her.
anchor for Fox News in Arizona. And
Mhm.
there was an incident that happened with Katie Hobbs, is the other woman, the Democrat who's running for governor. And Katie Hobbs released a statement basically saying that somebody's broken into her headquarters and was rummaging through some stuff, and it must be Carrie Lake or her people. So the news media ran with it, right? And Carrie Lake is like, I had nothing to do with it. You guys didn't investigate this all at all. All you had to do is ask, and you would have found out real quickly. And it's great
Mhm.
because as a reporter, she's calling out people that she knew when she was a reporter as how fake news they are. It was awesome. I just thought it was great. And I think she's gonna win because it was I think it was Thursday or Friday when that whole story came out, that bogus story. The news was basically saying that she was up by 11 points. 11 points.
Wow.
So now
Yeah.
they're which I find it odd because now they're saying that she's only up by like 2 or 3 points. So she lost 9 points somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know how that goes.
So,
You can't really trust them polls that much. You watch them, but you gotta, yeah, whatever. So,
right.
Dulcie says Ken Travis, he's Biden Jr. Unfortunately, which is she's comparing Fetterman and Biden. Yeah, they would get along good in a conversation, I think.
Oh, I thought she was
And
calling Ken Travis Biden Jr. I'm like,
no, no,
am
no, no, she's talking about
I
Fetterman.
missing this whole conversation? I don't know.
Just went right off the rails, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, like, whoa, we're like
Uh,
abusing our
Ken,
guests now, I guess. I don't know.
Ken actually said about the Arizona woman you're talking about, Carrie Lake, is that her name? Something Lake.
Carrie Lake. Yeah, Carrie
Carrie
Lake.
Lake.
Yeah.
She's the best. Uncle Jimmy says Foxy Lady, and Wayne Thayer says you can't believe the polls. Well, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
One thing you can believe about the polls is they're probably
Probably wrong.
skewed towards the Democrats. That's in the
Yeah.
last bunch of elections. That's the way it's been.
Yeah. Right up until the
There's
election day. When
there is one guy though. I can't think of his name, but he's on Fox the other day. He comes on in a bow tie, really goofy looking guy, and he does polls. His polls have been very accurate over the last few elections. I can't think of
Right.
his name. I just can picture his face. I was what matter of fact, Dulcie, my wife says, "Boy, he's goofy looking." I say, "Yeah, he is." but
Well,
he,
we're
but
all
that,
pretty goofy looking when we get on television. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, and then there's what's Uncle Jimmy say?
Demo polls.
I think he's
Demo
supposed to
polls.
be. I think that's supposed to be an N, isn't it? Dena polls, or is it
No,
demo
demo,
polls?
like Democratic polls. Demo
Oh, the
polls.
demo polls. Got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And
gotta pick up our vernacular every now and then. How'd you like that word? Threw
Uncle
that one in
Jimmy
there.
makes up words, and then we got to put them in the dictionary later on down the road. Because he's a smart guy, and if he
We-
says it, it's there, man. I'm telling you. So
We do the same thing.
yes, we do. Remember, I don't know if anybody. My wife made up a word a couple of weeks ago.
Probably
She
not
was-
gonna want to admit that. She's watching, brother.
No, she knows it. We laugh about it. She said she was trying to say it's about fucking time. And she forgot to say fucking. So she said, it's about time, fuckily. So, fuckily is you say at the end of a sentence when you forgot to say fuck during the sentence. So there you go.
There you go. So we even gave you the definition in the way you use the word. So you have a new word now for your vocabulary.
And it'll be in the dictionary sometime, Webster's dictionary sometime next year, I think. That's all.
Sometime next year. Yeah, exactly. Well, you just write your own. Webster's dictionary is getting to be like Wikipedia. Just say what you want, and they'll change it for you. So
yeah. Well, that pretty much it is. So they make up words and they throw them in there. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Anyways,
exactly.
Fetterman. Yeah. So
Fetterman.
I had to. I didn't see it.
I heard they're going to have another debate, which ought to
They
be
can't.
just roasty
They
toasty.
cannot. Are you
Well,
kidding
apparently
me?
he's getting a lot of flack because he did such a bad job. So they're like, well, we want to do another debate so we can like make ourselves look better. And I'm like, I'm just gonna tell you from experience, that's not gonna be. That's gonna be a train wreck, is what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So, but it'll be fun to watch.
I can't even. It will. And I didn't watch it live, but I was on my phone and I went on.
Hello and good night.
I went on either YouTube or whatever, shame on Fetterman family for allowing him to do this. Exactly. And it's the same thing with Biden, though. Shame on his family for letting him do that stuff, you know?
Yeah, and Rick and I have talked about this before. It's terrible. You know, you see these guys on television, you're like, oh my gosh. It would be like us putting our mom on television to run for politics in Florida. Like, what
Exactly.
the heck is
And
wrong with
she'd say something, then she'd say it again. Didn't you
Yeah.
say it again? And you
Yeah.
know, and
Like-
but anyways,
Like I'm for fracking. I'm for fracking and fracking.
and I'm for fracking.
You know?
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
It's
And
like-
Wayne Thayer, I
and
see
it's
Biden
sad.
telling the American people that gas price. Yeah, I
Oh
saw
my
that.
gosh,
But
I saw that too.
589 when he went to office.
When he
and
came
they're
into office,
349
yeah.
now. Yeah, they're down from 589 when I came into office, which is a lie because it was like
Well,
239. I think is what it was.
I think he thought he came into office in the summer. That was maybe when they gave him a little bit more leeway. So he's like, yeah, I came into office in July about 3
And
months
nobody,
ago.
they're not saying anything about it. Well, some people are saying about it, but hardly anybody's saying anything. Are you freaking kidding me? There was something else he said in that same speech that was wrong too. I can't remember what it was.
Well, almost everything he said in that speech was wrong. I've seen it being, fact checked by
Yeah.
real fact checkers. They're like,
Yeah, and
yeah.
that's actually the thing. There's fact
So-
checkers who don't normally fact check him because they're way over here. And they
Are
were
you pointing
saying
to
that
your left? Are you
that
pointing
was
to your
left. Yeah, that was left. Yeah. I mean, I can't reach where they're at, but they're over there somewhere.
Can't even
and
see where they're at, just
yeah.
saying.
So yeah. But anyways, yeah. So Fetterman, yeah, they're gonna have another debate. I will have to watch that one live. It's a lie. It was 249 when he took off. Yeah, I knew it was right in that area.
Yeah,
Wayne.
Everyone
And,
knows what it was except for him and his handlers, apparently. But they said Goebbels used to say that if you tell a lie, tell a big enough lie often enough, people will believe it. And these guys,
said that?
Goebbels, Joseph Goebbels, he was the what do you call it, the guy for Nazi Germany, the propagandist for Nazi Germany. So but and the
Well-
sad part is these guys say the biggest lies every time they talk. It's like, oh my gosh, they can't even just repeat one lie until it becomes big enough. They just keep saying big lies.
And there's a lot of people in our government to do it. And I'm going to tell you when I think this actually started. And I like Bill Clinton, but I think this actually started with him. He would tell a lie and he'd keep repeating it, and eventually
I
everybody
did
just thought
not
that's the way it
have
was.
sex with that woman. That Ms.
Yeah.
Lewinsky did not have sex with her.
But anyways,
Depends on what your definition
Dan
of the word
Bongino
is.
posted a all left-wing site to debunk everything Biden said in that speech. Yeah, I know. But you know what? If
Yeah.
he comes out and says it, then people will vote. And it's like he says, "Oh, we're going to bring gas prices down, and they're starting to come down, and blah blah blah."
Right.
And here's what's
Yeah.
going to happen: if they could get him down to $1 a gallon, everybody would vote for him. Then the week
Yeah.
after he got in, it'd go to $6 a gallon, $15 a gallon,
Yeah.
whatever they
Yeah.
freaking wanted to go. That's my
Yeah.
opinion, by the way.
Pretty much, yeah.
Somebody tells him this stuff and it's bullshit. Yeah. Yeah,
Bill Clinton,
that's right.
Depending on what the meaning of the word is yeah, I said that already. It's great.
Is
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
So my brother and I had this conversation before, because we're talking about how is it people believe this crap, and
Hey,
we're talking
Bradley
about
Skinner's on. Hey, Brad, how you doing, brother?
I don't know who Bradley Skinner is, but hey, thanks for coming, Bradley.
He's a nephew on Jen's side.
Oh, cool. Well, welcome. So my brother and I have talked about this before, and basically, I forgot where I was going. How do you like me now?
There you go.
Stop it.
Mom.
Stop interrupting me, Rick. Dulcie says stop interrupting
That's
me.
what my
I was
wife's
recording.
gonna say. Stop interrupting your brother. And I go,
Yeah, I had something to
I'm
say.
gonna
I don't know what the hell it
maybe not,
was.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look now.
I'll remember.
But
I'll
we
remember
almost
in a
out of
minute.
diesel. Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you sent me a thing today about we're going to be out of diesel November 1st or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't think it was
they're
November.
predicting the Monday before Thanksgiving there'll be no more diesel in America. There'll be no more diesel.
They're not
fuel
going to
sell.
let that happen. They're not going to let that happen.
Well, they're not going to let gas go over to $4 a gallon either. So oh
No,
so
I
here,
never
don't
said
interrupt,
that.
Don't interrupt me, okay? Because I remember what it
Go
was we
ahead.
were talking about.
Go ahead.
So we were talking about
Take
how Tulsi says, "Let Jeff speak." There you go. All right.
That's on a
Stop
private message to
interrupting.
me and my brother on my phone. Let Jeff speak. Stop interrupted. I love my wife.
So,
She's so beautiful.
oh yeah, she is awesome. I think I might have forgot what it was again. Anyway, so we were
Thanks,
talking.
Tulsi.
We're talking about how people are always complaining, like Donald Trump's tweets, right? Oh my gosh, and I was like, just change the channel, right? But Rick pointed
Yeah.
out to me that that's all that CNN and MSNBC and all those other news stations. That's all they ever reported on. So you
Well, on that
couldn't get
one day
away
I
from it.
watched, on the one day I watched them, on the hour, that's what they led off with in 3 consecutive hours was the January 6th bullshit. So
Right, but I'm just saying if we go back to when Trump was still president and
Oh, yeah,
he's
yeah.
sending these stupid tweets out, I'm just like, look, I don't look at his tweets. I don't give a crap what he tweets, right? But
Right.
the news media is posting his tweets and talking about his tweets all the time. And it's basically getting all the Americans up in an uproar. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he did that. He must be racist. He must be a homophobe or whatever it is they want to call him. And they're hearing that being taught on the news media and they're believing it. It's like they're not
Yeah.
hearing anything else, and so
Well-
they can't really change the channel because they want to watch the news and all they're talking about in the news is Donald Trump's tweets. And I'm just
that's
like,
why,
I just turned it off. I don't know what the hell
well,
the
and that's
problem
why I
is.
say you got to watch both sides of the news because there are sides of the news. You got to watch them both. Otherwise, you're only getting half the news. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
and
you heard what Denzel Washington says, right?
Lane Johnson, I think they got hammered with Pelosi's husband. The way I think you're going to
Okay.
be banned from Facebook, Blaine. That's all I got to say.
You should post it on Twitter and see if Elon.
There you
makes
go.
lets
See,
us-
oh, you can post on Twitter now. Nothing,
Yeah.
nothing will happen to you now. But
Well, so what's interesting about this whole story about Pelosi's husband, I live in California and we get little weird snippets all the time. So when the police went to his house, the guy was in his house in his underwear and they were arguing in the foyer of his house, right?
right.
Well, Nancy Pelosi's house is 99.9% of the time surrounded by cops. So how did the guy get in the house? He didn't
There's
break anything to
1%.
get in the house.
No, I
Yeah.
think he did. I saw the photos. It
No.
looks like he smashed the front door.
Yeah, so the glass was on the outside. If you smash the front door, the glass is going to be on the inside, not the outside. So
Yeah,
So
but there,
the other
wasn't
thing-
enough glass there to be all the glass. That's the way because I thought the same thing you did, that the glass would be on the inside. But then I look at it, there's glass on the outside, but it's not enough to make that hole the way I looked at it. So I
Right.
think he broke in like that. But anyways, go ahead.
anyway, so the other thing is that I'm seeing a lot of, and I'm like, the major news media isn't picking up on this, but it's making me start to wonder. So apparently, her husband has been seen, and I'm not saying this is a fact. This is just what I read in the story. Her husband has been seen going into gay bars and stuff, and coming home with younger men often. So the speculation is this guy was one of those younger men, and they had a dispute. And then and the other thing is he didn't even attack the guy with a hammer until the police walked in the house. So the
Well, they
police
were
walking
fighting
in
for the
house-
hammer is what the police said.
right? But there was no hitting with a hammer until they walked in. Then he got the hammer and hit him in the head a couple times or whatever. But I'm thinking, okay, so if he's hitting the head a couple of times, how is he already being told that he's gonna, he's doing fine? We've worked on
Well, he
him.
had surgery today.
Yeah, but if
So
if I hit
I'm
you in
just-
the head with a hammer, you wouldn't be having surgery in a day and being fine. You'd be like, yeah, that's touch and go. He's got a
no, they said
concussion,
he's gonna be
bones in
fine,
his-
is what they said.
bones in his brains, shit like
Well,
that.
that's
so.
because you would swing harder than that guy did.
So maybe the guy was effeminate. Just saying.
And I'm just saying I'm not gonna walk around you with a hammer anymore. That's all I got to say.
Hammer, shotgun, whatever. I just can't get around my brother with anything anymore. So
Oh, beautiful.
that's a long story you don't want to hear. So.
Yeah, maybe some other day, not tonight, but yeah.
Holy mackerel!
Remember back in
they
the
were
day
dumb-
we used to have BB gun fights, where you'd sit behind the tree and you'd shoot the tree the guy was behind with the BB
Yeah,
gun, and
mom,
what
mom
could go
made us
wrong there?
wore thick clothing, couldn't aim at the face or the
Yeah,
head. You know,
yeah.
I had a pellet pistol, so we had CO2 compressed air, so it's
Yeah.
way better than a BB
What could
gun.
go wrong? You know,
Absolutely nothing.
wonder
So,
if that's going to
that
affect his
reminds me.
unbelievable investment success. No, somehow he's going to hand that down to his kids, probably illegally too. Did I say it
Yeah,
was illegal money? Did I say that out loud? I'm
I
sorry.
meant. Where did you see that? What did you see?
Ken Travis just put it down. Last one on there.
Okay. Wonder if it's it's unbelievable. Yeah, probably not. Just
No,
saying. No.
no.
Yeah. Well,
And then
what's funny about his? Go ahead.
I said,
Go
then
ahead.
you wonder why these people stay in office so long. They're making millions and millions of dollars. Why would they quit? And they don't do a whole hell of a lot.
Right.
You
They
know,
don't care about the constituents, that's for sure.
absolutely. Well, you
So,
look at Nancy Pelosi's district. She obviously doesn't care about her constituents
right.
or
And then
disconstituents. Yeah.
and then you can also look at your babe friend AOC. You know, she's mocking her
Well,
constituents right in front of them, dancing and blah blah blah.
and then
Like,
she
that
talked
chick
with
needs to go.
she talked with a Spanish accent when she was mocking him. I'm like, oh, I can't freaking.
Well, she
believe
is
this kid.
Spanish,
She doesn't talk like that though.
Ocasio-Cortez.
She does not talk like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well.
Anyways, back to Fetterman.
Holy
We're all
mackerel, that
over
was a
it. This all started with
huge
Fetterman,
time.
man. You believe that?
Yeah,
Holy
Fetterman.
mackerel.
So Fetterman they're gonna have a new debate, maybe. Let's see if we can find anything on that. I don't want to look at it right now. 'cause
Someone
I'm not
said they're
looking
going to
at
have a
the camera.
debate again. I think it was Ken. Ken Travis said he thinks they're going to have a debate.
No, I
again.
said
can't
that.
imagine.
I heard.
Oh,
I heard that they're
oh,
gonna
you
have
heard
another
that.
debate. Yeah,
I
because
can't believe it
he-
happened. I really can't.
because he's getting hammered about this latest debate about how terrible he did, and they're like, "Oh no, we should have another one." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you're just stupid if you do that." So
He did not withdraw yet. No, Wayne. He's not going to withdraw.
Fetterman is
Yeah.
not going to withdraw.
No, he will
Yeah,
not withdraw.
No,
He
should.
Yeah.
He should. If his wife had a brain in her head and wasn't concerned about her trying to figure out how to get the millions of dollars that all these other senators get, she'd probably kick him out.
Right.
But
Yeah.
she's all, they're all into the money. And I thought it was odd. Here's a guy who walks around in a stupid hoodie, all his neighborhood, and he shows up for a debate in a suit and a tie. I'm like, wait a minute, you're breaking your own persona. What the hell are you doing? I thought you liked the idea that you're in a hoodie. You're the man's man. You're the common man.
He should hop on a pony and let the pony take him home. He's too big for a pony, man. He's a big guy. He'd crush the pony.
That would be funny looking. I could say that right now.
But yeah, you're right. I kind of looked at it as like when the prisoner comes to trial, he puts a suit on, I like that.
Yeah, there you go. So he basically putting his perp suit on so he can go out before the judge before he gets judged.
Right, exactly. So, but anyways, yeah, I watched that, and I think I was on Facebook and I was on the lives, and I put his name in, and a bunch of videos came up, but it wasn't the whole thing. It was like each topic, so I had to go to each one and watch him, and there was only one that he answered that was good, and all the rest of them were not good. And the worst one is the one No, there was one that he was okay. It was not bad at all. Because actually I showed that one to Dulcie first, and she goes, "Well, that wasn't bad." I go, "No, that's the best one he had." And then
Wayne
the
says
worst
he
one
could be
is
a Star Trek character. He'd be the one with the red shirt on. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely.
They're always the ones that get killed.
Well, if he gets elected, then he can say he's unfit and his wife will take over, right? Isn't that how that works?
No, she would have to be nominated by the governor of Pennsylvania. So what happened in California with oh my gosh, who was that guy's name?
Do they really have to follow the election laws in Pennsylvania, though? I'm just wondering.
Well, they haven't so far, so why would they do it differently? I'm just
exactly
saying.
That's my point.
So there was a congressman in California. His name was Capps, and CAPPS, and he died. He had like a massive heart attack on a trip back. He's going to the airplane in Washington D.C. and had a heart attack and died in Washington D.C. And so then
I remember that. Yeah,
his wife got nominated to his position to fill out the remainder of his term, and then she ran for reelection. And I happened to be
Good
doing
night,
a
Ken.
website design. Oh, good night, Ken. I happened to be doing a website design for the guy that was running against her, and he was Republican, and he had red, white, and blue, Republican for Congress. It was great. I was having a lot of fun. I was doing it for free. I just was excited to be seen part of the process. And I get a call up from one of from his I don't know if it's whatever you call them, their this handler or whatever. She's like, "Hey, I need you to make some changes on the website." I'm like, "Sure, yeah, whatever. What can I do?" Well, we need you to remove Republican for Congress from his website. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? I'm like, he's gonna lose if he does do that. Well, he doesn't. He's trying to reach out to other people. He doesn't want people to know he's a Republican. I'm like, well, then he's gonna
Right.
lose. And sure enough, he did. He lost.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I get it now, Kenny. I'm a little slow. I get it. Yeah, because Fetterman started out his thing with good night. What he should have said
yeah,
is good
exactly.
evening, but he said good
Yeah.
night. Yeah, and
And
he
and the
started
funny
right
thing
out.
is he has a prompter that tells him what to say. He's trying to read off the prompter and he
Right.
reads good night instead of good evening, So
Right.
yeah, I don't have a lot of empathy for the guy because, the people that are putting him up on stage
Well,
should be shot.
no, I have
They
empathy for him. I don't think you should have empathy for him, but you shouldn't have empathy enough that you're gonna make you consider him he should be in
a valid
office.
candidate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you
He
got to
shouldn't
have
be on the
empathy
stage.
for him. It's crazy that they even do this. And they were talking today on the news. They said before the debate, there's been like 600,000 people voted in Pennsylvania before the debate. So what if
Yeah.
those people
Yeah.
who already voted and
Like,
then someone came
crap.
back with, well, the early voters, it doesn't matter what you say. They're voting for this person and it doesn't matter what happens. That's the way that usually
Yeah.
goes. That the undecided voters are usually,
They're
waiting
waiting to hear
until
what happened.
yeah.
Being told. Sad thing is that the voters of Pennsylvania still think he could do a good job with physical state that he's in. Yeah. Yeah,
Who
and
said
it's
that?
like Wayne said that.
Oh,
So
Wayne. Okay, yeah.
there's a new terminology they started using again or for Fetterman. Forgot what it's called. Anyway, basically means that people don't like somebody who has a handicap. I'm like, are you serious?
No.
It has nothing to do with his
Well,
handicap. It has
well,
nothing to
that's
do
the
with
way
the
the
fact that
left
he had a
go.
stroke. It
That's
has
the way the
everything
left
to do
go.
with the fact that he can't do the job. He's incapable of doing the job. He should be able to
Yes.
debate Dr. Oz on the stage. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think debate should be a prerequisite. You have to do it to do any of those jobs because then you really get a better view of that person and how they react to stress and all that stuff. But that's the way the
Right.
left goes. It's kind of like, let's just say this black guy comes up to me and smacks me in the head, and now I don't like that black guy. It's because he's
Right.
black. It's not because he smacked me in the head. I said that's bullshit. I don't care what color you are, what race you are. I don't care about how you think. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. And that's the way. If I don't like you, there's a reason, and it has nothing to do with how you look. I'll tell you
Nothing to
that
do with
right
your
now.
color. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
Yeah. Or whether you're a male or female or transvestite or whatever,
right.
It just but it's like, look, if you want to be a transvestite, I don't care, right? But don't tell
Do
me
what
to
you
accept
want.
your opinion of yourself. It's like, no,
Just don't tell me I have to think you're a man when you're a
Yeah.
woman, and don't tell me you're
Yeah,
going to race
exactly.
against my daughter. I'll tell you what, if my daughter was swimming in that, I would have jumped in the pool. I think. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'd
it
have
would not have
jumped in
been a
the
pretty
pool.
picture, I'm sure. So
I'd be in jail. I'd go to jail, but it'd be worth it. It really would be.
Yeah. Yeah, because
So
there's another guy that recently he decided to use a transgender or whatever. He's coming out as a woman and he's dressing in the undressing in the female locker room, and the females are like, we're feeling really uncomfortable. So you know what they did?
yeah,
They banned the females from
right,
undressing in the locker room. Like,
exactly.
what is that?
What the hell is that?
Like,
Exactly. Because he
yeah,
has a
it's-
mental problem, I have to get out of the locker room. Are you freaking kidding me?
right. Yeah.
Melissa
telling you, if my
Olish is
beard-
watching. Hey, Melissa, how you doing? She's a postal employee.
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
Well, don't go postal on us.
No. So
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah,
anyways,
Yeah, we're getting along in time. So, anything
yeah.
else you want to cover? Oh, Michigan's having a good race now too. And here's the other thing: none of these Democrats want to debate. They're all refusing to debate. Like
But
Carrie Lake has had like 4 debate options, and the woman never showed up. Michigan debated one time, and she got smeared all over the stage with this other woman who's running against her. It's just amazing. And there's other people that are just not debating. They're going to stay in their
don't just
basements
say
and wait it out.
Democrats, because Herschel Walker won't debate either.
No, he was at a debate. He had a debate the other day.
I didn't see it because last I heard he wasn't going to debate. Or maybe
No,
he
he
only
debated.
agreed to one then. Maybe he only agreed to one then. But there was something about that he didn't want to debate. I remember that. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You got to debate, man. I didn't see that he debated.
He debated. I mean, I'm not saying he's a good debater. And,
Well,
look,
I don't know one way or another if he's a good debater or not. I like Herschel Walker. I don't know if he's going to be good in the Senate, but I like him because he was a good football player.
there you go. Yeah. See, what does it say? How about that trans volleyball player who slicked the ball in a girl's face? Yeah. So did you hear about that too?
Spiked the ball. I did not see that. No.
So the other thing about that is the like somebody in the county decided that none of the girls could play volleyball anymore because of this one guy and the one team that hit a girl in the face with a volleyball. So basically,
I would take my team off the court.
Shut down all the schools. Shut down all the schools. Said that none of them could play. So rather than saying that guy who's pretending to be a girl is not allowed to play on the court with other girls, they just shut it down altogether. It's like, that's your solution. You don't want to deal with the problem of a guy basically crushing a girl's head with a soccer or volleyball. So your solution is just stop letting any of the people play volleyball. It's like,
so you're right. Herschel Walker did debate 2 weeks ago, it says here. So
no, I think it was just the other night with the same night. Well, I don't know if it's 2 weeks. I think it was the same night that Fetterman debated. So that
I just looked it up,
Tuesday?
And it comes up 2 weeks ago. Rachel Warnock and Herschel Walker debate. Raphael Warnock, I'm sorry. And
yeah, you should probably
Herschel
call
Walker
Rachel,
debate, and it says 2 weeks ago, CBS Mornings. And that's the only one that comes up on YouTube. So yeah.
But I mean, Raphael Warnock's a winner too, because he's a wife beater, and he's supposed to be a pastor of a church, and he doesn't like America.
No, I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him at all because of just what you said. That his wife had to call the cops on him, and because in the end she just scream and yell and how he treats her, and then he turns around and smiles. I'm the best guy ever, and blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not in Georgia though.
Always good to hear both sides of the story, but it's like that doesn't look good, especially if you're a pastor of a church.
Yeah.
But when you're a pastor of a church and you hate America, I'm thinking that your wife is probably right. You probably do beat her. Just saying.
Yeah, Wayne says just don't play that school. Yeah, absolutely. If they did that, I'd say, okay, we forfeit. Have a nice night.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can't beat them. You can't.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Well,
yeah, I saw that today actually. That he was starting to pull ahead there. Tim, thanks for that. Ken Travis, don't forget the interference in the child molestation investigation at one of his camps. Yes, and then there was that. Yep.
Who?
That's that Raphael Warnock guy.
Oh, yeah.
At one of his camps, somebody was charged with child molestation, and he interfered in the investigation. I remember that a couple weeks ago. I read that or heard that or something like that too.
All I can tell you is there's a scripture verse that says, for any of those that want to hinder or harm children, it's better for you to have a millstone tied around your neck and thrown into the sea. So,
that's what my shotgun's for, I think. I'm just saying.
Well, just, put a millstone around your shotgun when you shoot it.
Whatever it takes,
Whatever it takes. Oh,
well, where is it? Is it in San Francisco where they're trying to legalize pedophilia?
They're trying to legalize it all over the country. I mean, that's what they're doing in schools. Where they have all these books that are talking about.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. They're actually trying to legalize having sex with a 12-year-old or 13. I'm trying to remember the exact age. I don't remember, but it was if you were 24 or under, you could have sex with like a 13-year-old or something like that.
Pretty sure that was California.
That's what I'm just no California, and that's why I'm assuming it is. But I don't remember for sure where that came from. But that's just ridiculous. I'm telling you. I'm glad I don't have kids. I'm glad I don't, because I'd be in jail. I know I
I'm gonna
would
look
be.
this up. And then if I
Because
go to jail,
there you go. That's what would be going on. All I got to say. Can I say that out loud? I just
so,
did.
so just so everyone knows, I'm about to type into my browser on my iPad legalize pedophilia. So I want to see if it shows the fact check.
That's right,
California
Ken
built
Travis. And then they try to
bill-
throw in pedophilia is now minor attracted persons.
persons. Yes.
Oh, fuck you.
So-
They're
so-
pedophiles is what they are. That's
So
what I gotta
Reuters
say.
says a fact check: California bill does not legalize pedophilia, according to Reuters. So,
Oh, according to
the
Reuters. Okay.
AP News says bill would not legalize pedophilia in California. So why are they reporting that it wouldn't do it unless somebody thought that it actually would?
Somebody thought it was for sure. Reuters is pretty good with their fact checks. What I found when it comes from Reuters, it's usually pretty good.
So it looks like it's SB 145. Does California SB 145 legalize pedophilia?
They're not going to call it pedophilia if they legalize it, right?
Right, exactly. So this is going to be an interesting test because I use Google search to search. So now I'm going to
Not
go
sure,
to
Ken.
DuckDuckGo. What'd she say? Oh,
Ken
Dulcie
said, "Are they
time's up."
lowering the age of the crime?" I don't know.
Dulcie said, "Time's up. We got to wrap it up." So,
Oh,
the
okay.
boss is telling.
Well, thanks.
It's
The
been
boss has spoken.
55 minutes, 56 minutes. So we
We didn't
we've
think it was gonna go
enjoyed
this
our
long at all
time with
tonight.
you. Yeah.
Yes,
We didn't
so-
think it was going to go this long.
Yeah.
Can't even talk.
So, anyway,
Did not think it was going to go this long. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you to our U.S. troops, men and women that serve our nation and our country. We thank you for your service. Thank you for the police officers and firefighters and first responders. We really greatly appreciate you. We support you 100%. And we just want to say God bless you and God bless you all. Thank you, ladies
Thank you,
and gentlemen.
Tim.
Have a great day. Yes.
And yes, thank you guys. We appreciate everybody coming on here. We're just having fun. And if you guys would like to come on the show, shoot me a text or something, and we will figure out what we can do. But it is time to go. My wife has spoken.